Howdy, howdy, hi, hi. It's me here, and I'm about to tell you something. It was about the time I went to Israel. This was about 2 years ago, and it was a crazy time. It was the summer after 6th grade. Crazy fun. I met amazing people from California that I'm friends with, and I met people from Florida. They were fun, and there was this little kid. He was about like 10 years old, and he was gross, but he was hilarious. And, well, what else? So, and I had my first kiss, and I had my second kiss. My first kiss was with this half Indian, half Libyan boy. He was, and he lives in Israel. Oh, P.S. The story that I'm telling you, I've been to multiple cities in Israel, but the story that I'm telling you took place in Jerusalem. And it was really fun. But he had good abs. He was like a year older than me, and I was 13, so he was 14. And he had good abs, smooth, not a single pimple on his perfect brown skin. And he had like a little bit, his hair was silky smooth and a little bit curly, kind of short. Really, oh my god. And he kind of acted like a real life version of Spencer Shea from iCarly. But he had this flaw. He's really self-conscious about it, but I don't think it's a big deal. He has this really bad bowel disorder. He was born with it. It's a birth defect, and it's common in Libya. And he has this thing that makes it really hard for him to control his defecations, so he has to wear diapers. He can control the farts fine. It's just the poop that gets him. But yeah, and I met this British guy. I was friends with him, even though he would say some mean things about Americans. And he had a little brother that did this impersonation of what he thinks Americans act like, and he's like, "I'm American." Okay. And what else? He was awesome, and I met this tourist from Spain. He was 75% Libyan. P.S. He's the second guy that I kissed. And he's 25% Spanish. Okay. As you can tell, I got a thing for the Arabic boys. P.S. Libya is an Arabic country, just in case you didn't know that. And what else am I saying? What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so one day, me, the British kid, Spanish kid, and the half Indian, half Libyan kid went into Jerusalem, and we saw these crazy toys. One of them was a tiger with a cigarette in its mouth, and it would do this crazy dance. Like, let me show you. Gotta put this on the floor, show you my crazy dance. It would just do that crazy dance. And it had a cigarette in its mouth, and wow, what image is that sending the kids? Not a good one, okay? Yeah, and we got a bunch of peanuts. Okay, yes, I slipped up. Okay. I accidentally told you the Spanish boy's name. His name is Miguel. And not telling you any other names, because all y'all stalkers out there, just lots of stalkers on the internet, tons of stalkers on the internet, so I'm not giving you any more names. And, wow, what else did I do in Israel? Okay, so he bought a bunch of peanuts, and then the next day, me and him and me, the Spanish boy, and the British boy were by the pool, and there was this fat man asleep with his shirt off. So we put peanuts in his belly button, and it was lots of fun. Oh my god. And then the next day, I went to this place that overlooks the city of Jerusalem, and there was this man with a camel, and he named his camel Cossack of Ohio. And there was this man with a donkey, and he's like, "Hello, this is my donkey. His name is Dr. Peter." Honestly, I don't know why he's called Dr. Peter. I doubt that donkey went to medical school, okay? And he asked me if I wanted a picture on the donkey, but I said no thank you. And then he just lifts me up, throws me on the donkey, and takes a picture and said, 50 shekels. You go get your papi and mommy. And I'm just like, that's Spanish, not English, or whatever. And then he's like, oh. And then he's like, go get your parents, you bring me 50 shekel. And I'm just like, but I didn't want the picture. And then he's like, but I took the picture, so I need 50 shekel. And, oh, my nose is so itchy. Ah! Okay. And, by the way, Miguel is severely bipolar, and he has crazy dyslexia. Like, one time, I passed him a bottle of conditioner, and I'm like, what does this say? And know how conditioner is spelled C-O-N-D-I-T-I-O-N-E-R? He spelled it like C-N-I-O whatever, and the letters were not in order at all. And I'm like, are you mentally retarded? And then he's like, dyslexia is not a retardation. So, yeah, then when I found out he had that, I felt sad, because I felt bad for him. And I'm like, why is your mood always changing? Are you crazy? And then he's like, bipolar disorder is not a mental insanity. So, yeah. And then I felt even more bad for him. And then he told me the story, and all the stories about how abused he was as an orphan. P.S. His birth parents died when he was 4. And then he didn't get adopted. Well, he did get adopted when he was 12, but, like, it took a while for him to get adopted. So he spent, like, 8 years as an orphan, and he's been through a lot of abuse. I'm not sure if he was born with bipolar disorder or it developed because of all that trauma that he's been through. And he's been, like, anally and orally raped by this fat, hairy man. He told me about it. He was crying his eyeballs out. And I was just hugging him, trying to make him feel better. And, yeah, I'm just gonna stop here. Bye.